I want you to know part of my mission is to make sure that you know and that you remember that you have a purpose. You are here for a reason. There's absolutely no reason at all why you can't do what you're meant to do. Whatever's on your heart, whatever's calling to you, whatever you think your path is supposed to be, you're right. And you're listening to this for a reason. You were meant to listen to this and to hear this message. You are right. Go do it. This is the Energy Within podcast, all about accessing, nurturing, and building your energy and confidence so that you can design your life the way you want. My name is Carrie Jokala. I am your host. I am a Reiki practitioner, a fitness instructor, a wife, a mom to 2 little boys, and this is episode number 76. I want to make sure that I'm still inserting some solo shows in between all of these interviews because I still have things to say, dang it. I feel called to talk to you about following your passion, following your path, listening to your intuition, and just doing the damn thing that you feel called to do. This message keeps coming up for me. It came up for a couple people that I just did some card pulls for in my group. It was part of a message for a woman that I just interviewed whose interview is going to be released later in the month, possibly in May. I got to figure out my schedule yet and what's coming out when. I have a lot of interviews that I've already done and still a lot more on the books. And I've gotten all sorts of lost about which one's coming out when. So I'll have that organized. That's not for you to worry about. They'll come out when they come out. But the point is, this message keeps coming up. And I want you to know part of my mission is to make sure that you know and that you remember that you have a purpose. You are here for a reason. And I don't say that to make anyone feel stressed out or like you're losing time or you're not going to figure it out. Because I do also believe, as frustrating as it can be, I believe in divine right timing, that God has a plan. Things will work out when they're supposed to work out, the way they're supposed to work out. We have free will, but if we're not fully ready for something, even if we say we want it and we want it badly, if it's not time for it, it's not time for it. So yeah, maybe it'll still come, but we have to get ourselves ready for it to show up and be the way that it's going to be. I feel like I'm getting too woo-woo. I hope that makes sense. But that's what I believe. Like, things work out when they're supposed to work out. I wish certain things in my life would have worked out faster or differently. But then I'm sure if you look at your own life and you look at certain things that you've gone through, you probably realize that you wouldn't be who you are today. You wouldn't be where you are today. You wouldn't be doing what you're doing today if you didn't go through that. So whatever it was, no matter how much it sucked or how bad it was, how difficult it was, how dark of a place maybe you fell into, maybe you had to go through it. And I know we all have different thoughts on that. There's a whole other discussion to have about whether or not we invite everything in that happens to us. I'm going to tell you that personally, I do believe that. I believe on a soul level, we already know why we're here. We've already kind of set in motion the main points of why we're here and what's going to happen to us and what we're going to experience and what that's going to lead to and why it's all supposed to happen. But on a physical level, in the human experience, obviously there's so many things we would look at and be like, why would I ask for that? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why? I didn't ask for that. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to experience this. But no matter what you believe around that, whether you believe that part of it is true or not, I'm not asking you to believe that if you don't. But my hope for you is that you come out better on the other side of it. If you go back and listen to an interview I did with my friend Lisa Price, I don't remember what the episode number was, but she's a grief wellness coach. And she's renamed her business since then. It's now Grieve, Breathe, Believe. But when she first started it was called Better Not Bitter Mom, because after her daughter passed away. She came to a point, she came across somebody who was saying that you can choose to be better or you can choose to be bitter. And I think it's always better to choose better. Emotions, I don't believe are bad. I believe they are necessary. Nothing is negative or positive until we label them that way. But it's up to you how you react to something. It's up to you the next steps that you take and what your life is going to look like after whatever has happened has happened. And I hope that whatever is happening is leading you more towards your true path if you are not already on it. I truly feel, and I've been getting so many signs and messages affirming for me that I am on my right path and that even more is going to start opening up. And maybe I've finally gone through that patience stage where I'm not being told I have to be patient anymore. Go look at my Instagram reel about how I pull cards. You'll see my whining there about being patient. But that maybe I'm finally reaching the light at the end of this tunnel. It's been a long tunnel. But you can tune into your own intuition. You don't need someone else to do it for you. I know it sounds woo-woo, I know it's cliche, but seriously, you do have all the answers inside of you already. You know, your gut knows. Listen to your freaking gut. The gut-brain connection is real, people, and it's real on a soul level too. If your gut's telling you that something's not right, or if your gut's telling you that something is right, but you're holding yourself back, you're going to feel that. And it's important to start tuning into it and acknowledging it. You are right. Follow it. I'm happy and I'm blessed to be able to help guide people. If you come to me for a Reiki session, or you show up for a live card pull in my group, or you just come to me for a card pull, I love that I'm able to tune in and help you find those answers and find what's going on. And I don't mean answers in the sense of like we're going to find a definite yes or no to something necessarily, although apparently my new deck does have a yes and no card in it. And those came up. One came up for me and one came up for somebody else. And not that we're going to predict the future, because it's all fluid. Anything can change. No matter what the message is about what the outcome might be, you always have the power to change that. It's not set in stone. I think we're going to run into certain things based on what our soul's path is, no matter what we choose. It's just a matter of when and how it shows up and what the path there looks like. But that's the beauty, that we get to choose and we know the answer. You know the answer. I just want so badly. I know that there is room for all of us to follow our true path. So if you don't feel like you are on your true path, I want you to know that there's nothing holding you back except yourself. There's absolutely no reason at all why you can't do what you're meant to do. That doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean that just because you finally tune in to what your purpose is, that everything's going to magically align and everything's going to be better tomorrow. You always have to start at day one. You've got to take the baby steps, the small steps forward, but you can make it happen. I want you to know that, because it makes me so sad to encounter people who feel like this is just how life is. There's nothing I can do about it. Life sucks and I'm just going to maybe make the best of it while I can. I don't think that's why we're here. I think you're blocking yourself. I think you're in denial about how powerful you are and how capable you are of doing what you are supposed to do. And I don't want you to feel pressured either, that you need to hurry up and figure out what your purpose is. I think you just need to start following the little breadcrumbs that are there for you. And maybe it'll take you a few years. You won't find it right away, but you won't find it at all if you don't start. You'll find it when you're meant to find it, but you still have to start. I hope this is making sense. And I hope that this is speaking to you. If you need that help, if you need that guidance, I say this truly because I want to help. Come do a Reiki session with me. Let's figure out where you've got a blockage, an energy imbalance, something holding you back. What's the main issue that's sticking out? That's what we focus on in the mini sessions that I'm doing right now. It's not a full session. That's why it's only $25. I give you a card pull as well. I just got a fun new deck called Work Your Light, and it's really spot on. So I invite you to come do that with me. You can go right on my website and schedule it. Pick the time that works best for you. That is my best case scenario for the times that I have up there. But if for some reason, if you're really feeling called to do a session with me and you can't find the time that works, just message me. We'll talk. We can figure something out. I'm not offering to have my schedule super scattered because I can't do that. I don't want to open that door and have that going on all the time. But that doesn't mean we can't talk. So let me know. Maybe we can figure something out if you can't find a time that works for you. Whatever's on your heart, whatever's calling to you, whatever you think your path is supposed to be, you're right. And you're listening to this for a reason. You were meant to listen to this and to hear this message. You are right. Go do it. I hope you found this helpful. I hope that you feel uplifted. And if you do, please share that. Share this episode. Take a screenshot. Do a screen flow. Share some audio. Tag me. Let me know what resonated. And let me know what you need more of. Come do a Reiki session with me. Come hop into my virtual fitness studio and do some physical movement with me, Turbo Kick, PiYo classes. You can find the descriptions of those on my website, figure out which one's good for you. You can even go on YouTube and look up a sample class. You can try all of them for free or just do a quick drop-in for $6 if you don't want to try the membership, but the membership is pretty good. But let's take care of you. Let's start taking care of the whole person, physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional. I love you. You got this. Thank you as always for listening, and I'll see you next week.